On our debate number one tonight, Aman Sinha, lawyer and BJP leader, R.K. Anand, leading advocate, and he's representing, if I'm not mistaken, VK Singh and his legal interests. Maruf Raza, strategic affairs analyst.
I'm sorry.
Mr. Surjewala of the Congress Party, Pawan Verma of the JDU, and KC Singh. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Now, I don't understand where one should begin here, but let's go straight to Aman Verma of the BJP, because you represent the government point of view, I presume. Who is right, Aman Verma? Is the ministry right, or is VK Singh right? Is VK Singh right, the Minister of External Affairs right, or the Cabinet Minister for Defence right? Is VK Singh right, or is VK Singh right, or is General Suhag right? And why is there such absolute confusion today within your government? I mean, you cannot have a situation where a minister has one point of view and the government has another point of view. It is the established principle, Aman, that if the minister does not agree with his government, the minister must go. Why is an exception being made for VK Singh?
Arnab, the audio was slightly weak, but if I could gather your question correctly, the government stand has been clearly spelled out by Raksha Mantri. He has said that the appointment of Lieutenant General Suhag as Army Chief is final, and we will stand by it absolutely. And I think he's also gone to mention that these things should be kept beyond realm of politics and politicking, not only by the government, by all of us. And therefore, I think there is no ambiguity, no embarrassment to the government. In fact, if at all, Arnab, you should
No, 1 minute. Just a minute, Aman.
Maturity,
Aman.
The political maturity, the conviction and the courage shown by Raksha Mantri and the NDA government
1 second.
in rising above these political lines.
We are not talking about Mr. Jaitley out here. No, 1 second. Let's be clear on one thing, that what Arun Jaitley is doing is making a very sincere attempt at firefighting. So Arun Jaitley says on the floor of the Rajya Sabha that appointments must not be politicized. What I want to know is whether Mr. Jaitley, whether the government agrees with the details of the affidavit that were filed before the Supreme Court, because they make some very serious criticism. They point out to some very, very serious charges against VK Singh, because in the affidavit, short of saying that VK Singh was prejudiced, short of saying that VK Singh was biased, it says without any basis, without any material on record, VK Singh went on to begin an inquiry against a person he did not like, evidently called Suhag. So in other words, the minister was being vindictive. Randeep Surjewala raises his hand out there. Mr. Surjewala, your response to the BJP?
No,
1 second. This is an open debate, Mr. Surjewala. No, we will first of all. You hear the other side. You hear the other side. No, you hear the other side.
Very, very simple. I know Aman doesn't want to hear. Bharatiya Janata Party's government and NDA government needs to answer.
Go ahead. I wanted to answer a question which was posed by Arnab to me.
And that question was raised by you, Arnab, right in the beginning of your debate. And the question is, here is a minister in shape of Shri VK Singh who raises completely contentious, at times allegations arising out of personal vendetta against an appointed army chief. He says that the affidavit filed by his government is incorrect. Is the affidavit incorrect? Has the government committed contempt of court? And if the affidavit is correct, does it not mean that the journal, who is now a senior minister in the cabinet, is acting out of an agenda and vendetta which militates against the very concept of collective responsibility of the cabinet, and he is actually contradicting his own government? He is not in tune with his own government. Can such a minister who contradicts his own government, questions his defense minister, questions an affidavit filed by Defence Ministry in the Supreme Court, continue to stay as a member of the cabinet, more so when Prime Minister in his debate in Parliament and reply to the President's address refuses to reply, in fact skips the issue altogether. The official spokesperson of the cabinet does not choose to reply. On the contrary, Mr. Subramaniam Swamy, BJP leader, proceeds to support General VK Singh. So we are at crossroads. BJP's Mr. Swamy says one thing, Mr. VK Singh as minister says one thing. while the entire cabinet, including defense minister, says something totally different thing.
And
what
why
is the correct thing, Mr. Verma?
No. What is happening now, Mr. Sinha? Just a minute. Let's get everyone in. What is happening now is that the government is trying to.
No, but if I can just respond to what Mr. Surjewala said.
Mr. Sinha, let's get everyone in.
Just a short point.
No, we'll get the short point later. The point is this: that what the government is now trying to do is cover up. R.K. Anand will admit it. What the government is now trying to do is that it's trying to cover up. I cannot believe, Mr. R.K. Anand, that you have a sitting minister, that also a minister who has 3 portfolios. He has Northeastern Region Independent Charge, then he has External Affairs, and he has Overseas Indian Affairs. A man with 3 portfolios, who's been a former army chief, indirectly calls the next army chief who's going to take over a criminal. I mean, he says in his tweet, he says if a unit kills innocents, does dacoity, and then the head of the organization tries to protect them, should he not be blamed? Criminals should go free. Is this the language that a minister uses against a person who in a few days is going to be the chief of army staff? That also a sitting minister, Mr. Anand. What's going on?
And are you denigrating the whole institution of the Indian Army?
Do you have the permission to respond?
Yes, please do. Please
Mr.
do.
Arnab, can I speak?
Yes, please do, Mr.
First of all, I must clarify that I am not defending General V.K. Singh. I am defending Ravi Dastane, the Corps Commander, who has filed a petition in the Supreme Court against the decision of the Congress government by which General Sohag is being appointed as Chief of the Army Staff. Perhaps in this country, you don't need an honest officer. You are not aware that what happened in Jorhat. When General Sohag was a Corps Commander in the Eastern Command, General Vikram Singh, who is the present Chief of the Army Staff, was the Army Commander therein. At that point of time, the intelligence gathering is under the purview of Corps Commander General Sohag. It is not the job of the Corps Commander to conduct the raid in the house of individuals. They gathered an intelligence by which they allege that 3 Ulfa leaders are coming in the house of one gentleman who was MES contractor. After gathering the intelligence, instead of conducting the raid by somebody else, other unit, the intelligence unit conducted the raid in the night.
Mr. Anand, that is none of the business. No, this is, the matter is settled.
Listen to me.
What you are trying to do is that you are trying to reopen the case.
You can't. I don't think that you can. I'm sorry. If you want to make allegations against somebody, you must hear it.
No, Mr. Anand, I'm making, no, Mr. Anand, just a minute, please, just hear me once. I'm not making an allegation. What I'm saying tonight, what I'm saying tonight, Mr. Anand, is that you can go back and ask, you know what VK Singh's entire position has been? Let the army manage its own affairs.
I am saying that the notice...
VK Singh's entire argument, Mr. Anand, has been that let the army manage its own affairs. So the army managed its own affairs. Right? Because the Chief of Army Staff...
The army did not manage it, I am saying this.
No, there has been an inquiry. There has been an inquiry. There has been a detailed reply by Sohag. Sohag got a show cause notice.
I am very sorry that there was no inquiry.
Well, I am telling you that...
I am very sorry to say the High Court passed an order that court-martial should be conducted. Tell me where the court-martial conducted in this case.
No, 1 second. Mr. Anand,
sorry to say.
Mr. Anand, firstly, what you are saying has no bearing to the issue I am raising. The issue I am raising is extremely simple.
I am very sorry.
The issue I am... No, 1 minute. Sir, just a minute. The issue I am raising is very simple. The issue I am raising is very simple. The BJP has repeatedly said that army appointments must not be politicized. But that is exactly, and Pawan Verma can come in and Maruf can come in.
The affidavit filed in the Supreme Court, I am saying the affidavit filed in the Supreme Court is identical what they filed before the Armed Forces Tribunal.
Sir, point
about it. I don't understand in this.
Sir, don't argue technically. Argue on a point of reason. The BJP has repeatedly said. So if you listen, Mr. Anand, now just listen to me. If you don't, now what will happen is, Mr. Anand, you just listen to me. Then you'll understand where there might be an implicit flaw. You see, I'm not saying, Mr. Anand, that you are motivated in having the flaw. I am not saying that you are biased.
The Congress played the
I am not saying
card,
no. I am not saying that
I
am not saying that you are blindfolded and prejudiced towards your client. Am I saying all that? I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that the BJP has repeatedly said that army appointments must not be politicized, but that is precisely what VK Singh has done. Now the BJP needs to pull him up.
Who made the appointment?
The BJP needs to pull him up. He is a serving minister in the government. He is politicizing army appointments. He's calling the next army chief names. I have never seen a situation in this country. I think we would have never seen a situation. Pawan Verma, do you remember a situation in this country where a serving minister is calling the man who in a few days is going to be the chief of army staff names in tweets? And we are talking about internal discipline in this government.
Arnab, I think it's a fairly unprecedented situation. Let me say, please allow other panelists to speak, sir. Let me say that first of all, I fully support the statement of Mr. Arun Jaitley where he says that the institution of the army should be kept out of the attempt to politicize it. Too much damage has already been done. We need to put a stop to it. Whatever the allegations against General Suhag, there is a closure on it once the government has appointed him as the Chief of Army Staff of one of the world's largest territorial armies. This being said, I think the very purpose that Mr. Jaitley sought to be achieved has been diluted fairly visibly and transparently by two developments. One is that 2 days ago, the government submits an affidavit on oath to the Supreme Court, accusing General VK Singh of having acted in complete utter disregard of the legal principles of a court of inquiry and natural justice, in short almost saying that he acted illegally. Secondly, and I think this is carrying personal acrimony too far, General VK Singh tweets about a decision of his own government that the person being appointed protects criminals and dacoits.
Yes.
Now, I think it goes, as said earlier, against the collective spirit of the cabinet. I think it's a twofold case, Arnab. One is not effective coordination, because otherwise no government will submit an affidavit damning someone it has just sworn into its own cabinet. And secondly, I think General VK Singh, he is a minister for the first time, must realize the principles of collective cabinet. He is a distinguished general. But there is a manner in which you proceed, and you cannot cross a certain boundary, especially in this position, in order to pursue personal acrimony. Your defense minister says, keep the institution of the army out of politics.
That means you're...
And we should follow that principle.
You see, this is the most ridiculous part of VK Singh's position, and to some extent, KC and Maruf, I'm coming to you. People can be forgiving towards VK Singh, saying, he doesn't know how government works, he doesn't know, he doesn't know how the, anything works beyond the army. Now, it is VK Singh's allegation, KC, that the affidavit filed by the NDA government, his government, is the same as the one filed by the UPA government before the Supreme Court. I mean, that's what he tweeted yesterday. Even if that is the case, KC, the NDA government, which has filed a sworn affidavit before the Supreme Court, and that's the point R.K. Anand is not understanding. The NDA government has filed a sworn agreement affidavit before the Supreme Court, is in agreement with the UPA about the claims made against VK Singh. Given the seriousness of the claims made against Singh in the affidavit, why was he promoted to the rank of a minister when today his own government is saying that his actions were motivated when he was army chief? In other words, the man was not objective, he was not fair, and he was motivated and biased and prejudiced when he was army chief. Can the same man today be a minister, A, and B, question the affidavit which makes some really grave allegations against him?
Okay, Arnab, 3 points. One is, I was one of the earliest people who took exception to General Singh taking the government to the Supreme Court. So General VK Singh has been creating a controversy, first over his date of birth, then he started the whole corruption thing, then he retired, and then he started semi-politics, real politics, and finally full-time politics. Now the question is, BJP took him on board knowing fully well what they were getting into. And that is what leads to the contradiction, the paradox at the heart of the whole problem, which Arun Jaitley has tried to fudge. The paradox is that if General Sohag is fit to be made the army chief, NDA thought so, UPA thought so, and NDA thinks so, then the affidavit is in line with that, and his own ministry is given it. And therefore, that indicts General VK Singh. General VK Singh has compounded the problem by tweeting a libelous tweet in which he has gone after General Sohag indirectly and the army generally. Therefore, what has happened is, the paradox is existing as it is. He would have had to go anyway after the affidavit. But now, having tweeted, he's made it worse. So who is, when Mr. Jaitley says opposition should not say anything to General VK Singh because he will then retaliate. Pray Mr. Jaitley, opposition didn't start this. Your own ministry did. It is General VK Singh reacting to an affidavit stating the truth of how he went after one officer.
They can't
Therefore, please don't dodge it.
No, there can't be. You see.
Please reconcile the irreconcilable.
No, and
reconcile the irreconcilable.
No, and KC, if the government is going to be a firm government, then it must be also firm with its own people. Now, VK Singh in his tweet, and Maruf, I know that you have sympathies for him and you have backed him in the past, but tonight, perhaps you will have to concede that the man is totally wrong. In his tweet, he has accused Sohag, who is going to be the next chief, of trying to protect criminals with regards to an alleged case of dacoity on the part of members of a unit that Sohag was in control of in December 2011. Now, why has the government not categorically condemned the remarks of its own central minister when A, the Armed Forces Tribunal punished those responsible for the incident, and that did not include General Sohag? General Sohag was not punished. R.K. Anand may on Newsark try and say that General Sohag was responsible. But what R.K. Anand does not recognize, and I'm quite shocked that he does not recognize the fact that Sohag was not punished by those who were meant to punish him. In other words, he was deemed to be innocent. Maruf.
Arnab, couple of points. First is, you said that I stood up for General VK Singh, and I did. I stood up for him very strongly all through when his date of birth controversy was there. And there are many people in higher positions of government in the last government who admitted to me unofficially that you couldn't fault the man on paper as far as date of birth controversy went, but there were powers that were playing and there were politics that was involved. In this case, let me state the facts which has not come out in the debate as yet. The first thing is, this whole raid which is being made, a lot of noise about in Jorhat, led to essentially a code of inquiry which finally dismissed the person who was responsible for the illegal and irregular act, a chap called Havaldar Thapa, and the other two who were intelligence officials who were part of it. One of them was a captain, a lady captain, don't want to give a name. They were all severely reprimanded. Now, the point to understand is that corps commanders don't, I know the names, sir. The corps commanders don't physically monitor every raid that happens. There is a chain of command in the army. By that yardstick, even the army commander then should have been responsible, and the chief should have taken responsibility also. So the fact of the matter is, to blame the code of inquiry and to say that the corps commander should be punished for it, I think it's ridiculous, and therefore I don't agree with General VK on that. The second point is, there was a letter written by a major from an intelligence unit alleging certain irregularities against his CO. That was at a different date, and that is the issue that which VK Singh is referring to as criminals, and this did not happen under General Sohag's watch. So please understand, there are two separate issues. They are being interlinked. To blame a man who is now a chief designate and is a salt of the earth, straightforward infantry soldier.
It's pure defamation.
The third point which must be
R.K. Anand,
yes,
this is
pure.
The
third point which is very important. The third point which is very important, that people don't become, please let me make the last point, sir. People don't come in out of the blue to become army chief. People don't come in out of the blue to become army chief. They go up the ladder day by day, step by step. Unlike, I dare say, several cabinet ministers who come from nowhere and get positions of authority. The confusion here is that the people at the highest level haven't gone into the detail.
But R.K. Anand,
bureaucrats are saying something in the affidavit.
No, I think,
and the minister
I think R.K. Anand must now look at it from a very pragmatic point of view and understand here that if we are to go into the specifics of the case, then what is happening tonight, I dare say this, and please sir, don't take it otherwise because you are representing a man who has filed a petition challenging General Suhag's promotion, saying I am the natural successor. Sir, this is pure defamation, nothing else. Nothing else, because Mr. R.K. Anand, the NDA government.
What is the defamation? I'm not able to understand.
Sir, I'll tell you why.
Why did he not go into the question of a court-martial against the individuals?
Sir, I'm going into specifics.
That's what General Singh has said.
Sir, you want to go to specifics? I'll go into specifics. Should we debate specifics?
Without going into specifics, you can't answer this question.
Well, I'll ask you one question and you answer it.
No,
one second. I have one question to ask you. No, repeatedly. No, 1 second, Maruf, please, 1 minute. Repeatedly on the program. 1 minute. Repeatedly on the program, R.K. Anand says you don't know the specifics. I have great respect for you, Mr. Anand, but please don't say that. Because if we are to debate on specifics, I'll ask you one question and you won't have an answer.
I'm very sorry that I'm not defending General Singh.
No, you are not defending General Singh. Indirectly you are. I'm saying that you are representing Ravi Dastane. I know that.
General Dastane.
I know that, but I'll ask you.
I'm defending why? Because it's coming in my way.
So I'll ask you one question.
A general who has never been a...
Sir,
can you listen to me?
Sir, I'll ask you one question.
A general who's not even a staff college.
Sir, come on, sir. Please don't get personal now. Please don't get personal. There is nothing which says there is. Show me a piece of paper tonight.
I'm getting personal.
Sir, show me a piece of. No, 1 minute. Show me a piece of paper tonight. Show me a piece of paper tonight in which it is said that General Suhag is not qualified to be the Chief of Army Staff. That's a very serious allegation you make. You must take it back right now.
Yes.
You cannot say that. You cannot say that.
I am saying that why? Because in ACR, will you please listen to me?
Sir, I am telling you, you are on dodgy ground now. You must take back what you said now. What you are saying tonight, no, what you are saying is not acceptable.
What putting the entire army officers' lot into disrepute.
Precisely.
Arnab, may I say that it will not be desirable to discuss all these personal issues with regard to appointment of Army Chief before media and this public platform.
Sir, please don't take that tactic to avoid the debate. No, don't take that tactic to avoid the debate. I'm not going to...
No, I'm not at all taking a tactic to avoid the debate. I'm prepared to answer each and every question. I'm only saying that these personal issues with regard to... This was a personal dispute between Mr. V.K. Singh and, other...
So why is V.K. Singh talking about it when he's a minister? Why is he misusing his ministerial position and clout to talk about the issue? Pawan Verma, can the BJP be allowed to get away by saying it's a personal issue now?